Hi, 7th grade. It's Miss Dohan again, here to talk to you about concluding sentences. While you're listening to this video, I want you to make sure that you have out your ELA notes on concluding sentences. So get out your notebooks and turn to section 3, where you should have taken your notes on these sentences. Pause the video until you have all those materials out. Okay, so now that you have your notes in front of you, we're going to do a quick review. Concluding sentences have a specific goal, and the goal is to actually wrap up or bring closure to this section. So you can kind of consider the concluding sentences like a beautiful bow, and this is supposed to be a bow, that you'll see on a present. It makes everything look nice and neat and tidy. It keeps everything in. So the concluding sentence is that piece that, again, wraps up our paragraph. And concluding sentences sound a specific way. So the concluding sentences, they will review the main points, but they don't exactly restate it. So they're not exact replicas of your topic sentence. So there are some steps that you took notes on for creating concluding sentences. Step 1 is to look back at the topic sentence. And this again kind of goes to the purpose. The purpose of a concluding sentence is to wrap up the main ideas. Well, where better place to look than where we stated our main ideas in the topic sentence. The second thing is to, again, identify that main idea from the topic sentence and just to kind of skim through the paragraph and the information that you talked about. So in other words, ask yourself, what was this paragraph about? What did I talk about in this paragraph? Once we've kind of got an idea of what we've talked about in the main idea, then we're going to actually start creating our concluding sentence, And the way we're always going to start with that is we're always going to start with a wrap up or an ending transition. And here are a few examples for you. Some examples of these wrap up transitions are in conclusion, in summary, to wrap up, clearly. There are more. These are just a few examples. Once we've got that kind of wrap up decided, then we're going to re-emphasize the main idea in a new way. So one thing I notice, especially with 7th graders coming in, is that sometimes topic sentences look like this. And that's why it's important for people to use technology, or something like that. We're going to get rid of and move away from the, and that's why this, or, and those are the reasons for that. Those topic sentences don't really, again, connect back to our main idea and topic in a new way. So right now, you should have been given a worksheet that looks like the very top. Put your name at the very top right corner, Miss Dohan, and my number is 007 because I said so. We're going to look at the list of possible wrap-up transitions. This one even has another example, two more examples, therefore and clearly. And now we're going to read the directions together. So the directions say, and this is helping us to practice. So apply each set of steps to each of the following prompts to create concluding sentences for imaginary paragraphs. And these prompts should look very similar to when we did the practice with the topic sentences. So the prompt says, identify and explain the 2 most important factors that led to the Civil War. Originally it was 3, now we're changing it to 2. In our topic sentence, we wrote, there are many factors that led to the Civil War. This gives the topic, which is the Civil War, and the main idea. There was lots of stuff that led to this. Then we're following our steps. We're reviewing what we discussed in the paragraph. And the information and the evidence and facts we talked about were disagreements over slavery and economic differences. So now that I've reviewed, okay, here's the main idea, and here's what I've talked about, I think I'm ready to restate kind of the main ideas in a new way in a concluding sentence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a transition wrap-up. I like a good old-fashioned in conclusion. It clearly shows I'm wrapping up my points. And now I'm going to think again, okay, what was my topic? and reviewing my main idea. So in conclusion, and I'm going to start with like my main topic. The Civil War was mainly caused by differences in opinion and experiences between the North and South. So my new concluding sentence, it starts with a wrap-up transition. It still states my main topic, Civil War, and it still like definitely says like the main ideas. It was caused by the differences in opinion and experiences between the two parts of the country. So it re-emphasizes the whole like main points that I've talked about all through my my paragraph. What I want you to do now is go to the next practice concluding sentence and apply these same steps to create your a fake concluding sentence. When you're done, show Miss Dohan, and so you can get the next step. Happy concluding sentences making.